Good morning, lovely people. There's no better time than doing your deadening than one of the coldest mornings that we had so far. Well, that's the only time that I have, to be honest. So, what are we going to be doing today is sound treating the floor of the car. Now, before doing this, I read quite a lot of Nick Apicella's write-ups on Resonix sound solutions, and he did mention that deadening the floor on sound treating the floor varies car to car. Some cars, like big, massive old trucks, they will have a very flat floor and there's going to be resonating quite a lot, whereas on some newer cars, it's kind of almost not needed, but I'm going to be doing it anyway because I have the deadener, I have the foam, I have everything. In order to do that, I will need to do a few things that I wanted to do since I literally bought the car. So first thing is the actual carpet. I need to take it out and I want to wash it. Probably it's going to be inside the house because outside you can see it's frosty, it's super cold. Another thing is I want to check out the kicks. So I need to remove the carpet, I need to remove the side trim panel because I want to see how much space do I have in the kicks and where would be the optimal location for the mid base that I'm planning installing in Infinite Baffle. And lastly, what I want to check out on this side is where should I run the power wire, because in order to run the power wire the carpet has to kind of peel off because there's a firewall and there will be space somewhere there. So I need to check out that, and most likely when everything is going to be out I might run the actual power wire because it's just much easier. So in order to treat the floor, what we need to do is we need to remove the seats, and I hope that the center console can stay still, but probably not. The center console has to come out as well. So if you remember, I had a different center console. I did replace it. It takes probably like 20 minutes, half an hour, just a few screws and it kind of pops out. So now I'm looking at it. Most likely the center console has to come out as well. So seats, center console, and this seat only. Now I will not deaden under the seat because it's easy access. What I want to do today, because I'm very, very pressed and limited on time, I want to do as much as I can in those 5 or 6 hours that I have, because little one is at school, wife is at work, I have half a day free, and even if it's super cold I'm still gonna do this because I don't know when next time will be possible. So I parked my car here because I have loads of space, I can drop everything here, and yeah, let's do this. Come on, these electric seats. this is all the work. See it? All the trims, and this is the most difficult part, to remove everything. I didn't remove the center console because it does move. I can lift it, I can pull everything out. So now I need to try somehow take out the carpet, see what happens. Okay, the carpet is out. You can see these two thingies where it was held under the center console. So yeah, okay, so the carpet is just a little bit dirty. The only place is here. Oh, it's totally worn out. Yeah, so this, maybe I'm gonna replace it in the future. It's nice to see that we have this one. This is just dirty. Let's have a look. Is this wet? That's another good thing about removing this, because you can see, oh, it's wet. So we might have a problem. Why is it wet? I have no idea. Any moisture here? A little bit, so it does let in moisture through somewhere. And yeah, it's kind of typical for a lot of cars that the footwells are wet. Most likely it's coming through somewhere there where you have this. I had the same in Insignia as well, where it was leaking a little bit. Through somewhere here, when you have things blocked, it goes somehow in, or maybe through here, not sure, but that will need investigating. So this is a good thing, because when you pull it out, you kind of see all the good and all the bad things. So, oh yes, a module. That's what I was afraid of, because I thought it's gonna be empty, because on that side you can see it's totally empty, there's nothing in there. But here we have loads of wires and a module. If I'm gonna do IB kicks, they'll have to go here and not on the side, more in the wheel well, which is not really a problem. So what do we have? Under this one, I will keep it. I just need to dry it out. This is factory MLV, and can I pull it out? No, it's gonna be difficult, but I will have to pull it out because I want to run the wire through the firewall. And if I'm gonna remove this, the actual grommet is gonna be somewhere there. So this is connected. Of course it's connected, so I won't be able to put it out. The only thing that I will be able to do is lift it and try to dry it out, clean it, and put something under it. So now I'm just gonna pull this out. Oh, the center console has to come out. You always find money. Okay, so I won't be able to get to the firewall, obviously, because this has quite a thick layer of foam MLV, and probably the whole dash has to come out to get to the firewall, so that is out of the question. So I will be concentrating on this, which is, it's not that bad, but yeah, I'm gonna cover it with CLD and foam. Now the good thing is there's not really a lot of rust or anything. This is just dirt, so I'll have to clean it. One wire is running here, the other one on the other side. This one is very thin. This is where the seat mounts. And yeah, just a lot of cleaning. I had to unscrew the handbrake because for some reason I cannot take the center console out with it being in place. I don't know, maybe I don't know how to. But yeah, okay, cleaning now, and then we can start laying CLD. Found a SIM card. So the carpet and the underlay is drying out on the sunshine. It's cold, but it's sunny. So I cleaned everything. There's no rust, which is kind of good. Now, this concerning part, I'm not sure where the water is coming from. So this is the heating matrix in there, and it is kind of blocked halfway because it's very notorious. These cars, like all the Golfs, Skodas, Audis, all of them have this heater matrix blocked, and it will need to be replaced sometime. So we can see we have coolant here, and we have this pink as well, which is coolant. However, it's not fresh because this is just dried out. It's dry coolant. So either somebody tried to replace it and made a big mess, or I don't know, because this is not straight. So I will need to sort it out later on. I checked this under there. It's not wet under there. So it's just in this area a little bit, and the footwell. Now, where the water can come through, I am not really sure, because otherwise it would be just literally wet everywhere there, but it's not. So I don't know. I did notice when I bought the car that inside of the car is always foggy and misty, the windows. So now it explains, because there's a lot of moisture inside the car. Now, in regards to the power wire and the kicks, so I did check, there's nothing there. The actual grommet is much higher in there, so the glove box has to come out, and maybe the actual motor for the AC has to come out, and then I will have better access to that grommet, because I want to make a hole probably next to the grommet. So I cannot do anything now, so it's going to be later. In regards to the kicks, this is quite thick, so you can see this is probably 1.5 inches, close to 2 inches there. So I will have close to 2 inches there, so I will have space right there into the footwell, because in the beginning I thought maybe I can do something here on this side, but you can see this needs relocating. It does have quite a lot of slack, so it could potentially be done. Maybe, I'm not sure, but because here an 8-inch would fit easily, but I think deeper in the kick would be much better. So yeah, I'll need to sort that out. Now, in regards to the time, it took me close to 2 hours to take it apart. It's gonna be more than that to put it back together. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start editing. I'm not gonna film it because it's just applying, rolling, heating, and that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna show you the result after everything is done. One side is done. Now, the problem is that I'm going into safe mode, because that's all what I have left. I have 4.5 sheets left of the 2mm. I have loads of 3mm and 4mm, but I want to use the 2mm on the floor because it's not as important. I want to use the 4mm for the roof because I need it, and I need a 3mm for the boot because there's going to be subwoofers. So for the floor, it's only 2mm, and I used 1, 2, 3, 4.5 kinda. So hopefully this is gonna be enough for this side. But the main thing that I want to do is, like over there, I want to cover these holes, because these, see, they're very, very thin, and everything is going through them. I want to cover those holes over there and basically lay as many flat sheets as I possibly can. But yeah, oh man, my back is killing me, but hopefully I'm gonna be done soon. Okay, everything is done. I did run out, so I used some scraps as well, like you see, small. Oh, I need to cover that hole because I was trying to cover as many holes as possible. So like here as well, I used the 4mm scraps just to cover a few holes that I had. I'm gonna leave this for later because probably it's gonna be 3mm together with the boot, because that's it. I ran out of 2mm and it was perfect, kind of perfect. I could use a little bit more here and there, but I think it's fine. It's not supposed to be 100% coverage. So now we're gonna add some sound absorber. This is just to deaden the panels a little bit, and I'm gonna try to cover as much as possible with a VibraFilter open cell foam. However, one thing, here in this area and in that area, I will be putting closed cell foam, not open, because if I will have some issues with water ingress, I didn't see anything here, just a little bit over there on that side. If I'm gonna have any kind of water leakage issues, I know that closed cell foam is not gonna absorb it. If I'm gonna put open cell foam, everything is gonna go into the foam and it's gonna start molding and rotting and everything. So closed cell foam only in the footwells, and everything else as much as possible open cell foam to have that sound absorption. That one is drying out. Let's see if it's dry or not yet. I still need to hurry because this is just dust and everything. This, it's dry, almost dry. I'm gonna turn it around again, and then I will have to do this carpet. I will need to wash it because it's very, very dirty. I do have another 2 hours left, so 1 hour for the carpet and 1 hour to put everything back. Oh man. Okay, I'm done. So before anybody says anything about MLV because I know there's gonna be loads of comments. Why didn't you do MLV? MLV is much better, blah, 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 blah. I don't want it. It's way too difficult to mold it, and I have this anyway. So for my purpose, open cell foam is gonna be perfectly fine. I don't need mass loaded vinyl. For mass loaded vinyl, we need 100% coverage. It's molding, it's like you different shapes. Blah, blah. No, I don't want it. So closed cell foam just over there in the footwells. Everything else is open cell foam. Now I try to cover it as much as possible. I didn't cover there because there's the cables and I have the center console fixing it in there. Now I have a few very big problems. Problem number one. It's 1 o'clock and I did only this. I haven't washed the carpet. I don't have enough time. Problem number two. I need to explain my wife why everything is in pieces when she comes back from work in about 10 to 15 minutes. Problem number three. In a couple of hours, I'll have to pick the little one, and if I won't be able to manage to put everything back together, I hope I will, but if not, she will have to walk to gymnastics instead of me taking her with a car. Now, I have to finish this today because today we have nice weather, but at midnight, there's gonna be rain. So everything has to go back into the car. There's no way around it. Now, another problem is this foam. I do have, from this big massive thing, only 5 sheets left. Those 5 sheets should last me for the whole car. That's not gonna happen. So I need to buy more because for the roof, I will need probably 6 or 8 sheets, I would imagine. Maybe I would do with 5 if I would use it sparely. Maybe I could do with 5, but for the boot, there's nothing. Probably I will need another bag of this. Everything looks nice. As I mentioned, I tried to cover as much as possible. I didn't go into the footwells because I will pull the dash out eventually when I'm gonna do the mids in the dash during summertime. So the dash will come out. Maybe then when the dash comes out and I will do the infinite baffle kicks, maybe then I'm gonna do something in the footwells, in the firewall, but for now it's gonna be just until that line and it's gonna be fine. So now putting everything back. Carpet is washed. I will need a new one, that's for sure. So today, because of that one, so I will need to find a very good condition carpet and just replace it. But for now, it's all washed as much as I could wash it. I think it's gonna still be damp, so I'm just gonna put a dehumidifier inside of the car and just leave it running. This one, it doesn't look pretty, but it's fine. Maybe I'm gonna get this one as well together with the carpet. And now, the only thing that's left is just put everything back. And just like that, everything is back like nothing ever happened. Everything is exactly the same. So the differences are that the carpet, you can see now, it's a bit, yeah, it needs to settle down because everything is a bit fluff, like everything is raised from the actual ground. So this needs to settle down. It's much softer now, like everywhere. When I was putting the seats, these bolts needed to be torqued down quite a lot. That is very, very tight, the actual there. And this seat, it doesn't fit anymore. So this one, it has these hooks over there and it just doesn't fit. So as much as I'm gonna push, it's not gonna go in because it added probably 5-6 mil. So it's fine. I don't mind, to be honest. I washed this seat as well because it was out anyway. So everything now is damp a little bit. So seat is damp, the whole carpet is damp. What I'm gonna do now, because now it's 3 o'clock, I'm gonna put this car on the driveway. I'm gonna put a home dehumidifier inside. I'm gonna run an extension cord and I'm gonna run the dehumidifier for I don't know how long, until all the moisture is gonna go out of the car. So I am very, very happy. This is a mess. I'm very happy that I found that damn patch over there. So now I'm gonna be investigating it. I just need to Google. If anybody knows why in these Škodas you have wet footwell, please pop it in the comment. My guess is gonna be something probably here. I need to just take everything out and see what's in there. But I will sort it eventually. And like, to be honest, I'm really, really happy that I did this. Not necessarily because of the deadening itself, but just to see what kind of shape and condition this car is in. So that carpet, as I mentioned, it will need to go because, like, to be honest, you don't really see it. It's just over there. So, but it would be nice to have a very nice carpet. But now I know there's no rust, no moisture issues anywhere else. I'm just gonna sort that out and it's gonna be fine. One thing that I noticed, I didn't show it because I was rushing quite a lot just to finish it. Behind this one, there's literally nothing. There's a massive hole here, a massive hole there, and just metal sheet to the outside. So next time when I'm gonna be removing the trims, I'm gonna remove this, put that in it, and I'm gonna put some of the stuffing inside as well. well, just to have something from both sides. Next time, we're gonna tackle the roof and we're gonna pull the headliner down, so those trims have to come out anyway. I'm just gonna double check if I'm gonna have enough foam. If I'm gonna have enough foam, I'm gonna do the roof next week. Oh, one thing, somebody mentioned in the comments, apologies, I don't remember your name, that the noise that I'm getting from outside could be because of these seals. So I didn't notice this one, yeah, the rear one. This one is perished. So this one will need replacing. The front ones are fine. There's no damage, no nothing anywhere. But I did buy from AliExpress some of these, I don't know how you call it, something like, oh, whoopsie. Something like this, but that you can stick on, and basically you can stick it all over the door and it makes a second seal, so it's kind of double seal. I'm gonna try those and see if it helps, because when I'm driving I do hear some noise coming like on the driver's side from that side, so I don't know, maybe that's gonna help. And the goal of this is not to make it completely totally silent as a BMW 7 Series or like S-Class, it's just to make it a little bit better. Oh, and I forgot to mention, so all of this, like removing everything, sound treating and putting everything back, plus washing the carpet and everything, took me 6 hours today. I started about 9 when I dropped off the little one to school. I had no lunch, no nothing, and now it's 3 o'clock. My wife just went to pick up the little one because I just want to finish, and then we're gonna go to gymnastics. So that's it for now. I'm gonna make another video with the measurements because this is gonna be a long one anyway. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.